Okay, hello everyone. I'm Taya Anissa from Faculty of Law, Jenderal Sudirman University. I'm from Class D, batch 2022, and I hope all of you are doing well today. So I'll explain about international criminal law. And before we start it, I'll explain what is international criminal law. So international criminal law is a field of international law that seeks to regulate the behavior of states, organizations, and individuals operating across national boundaries in commissions of international crimes. I'll explain about the case of Reinhard Sinaga's sexual crimes in Manchester. He is described as a monster and psychopath. Reinhard Sinaga is the most prolific rapist in British judicial history. The sick predator preyed on lone vulnerable men and exploited Manchester's vibrant culture to find victims. Stalking the streets in the early hours, he lured drunk men back to his flat at Montana House on bustling Princess Street in the city center, striking up conversation with men who were lost or had been kicked out of clubs. He would tell them they could use his apartment to charge their phones or call their friends or something like that, and the intoxicated victims all believed this lie. Softly spoken PhD student was not tried, mistaking him for a good Samaritan. But once inside his tiny student flat, Sinaga spiked their drinks with GHB or GBL, rendering them unconscious. And I'll explain about the problem introduction. Serial rapist Reinhard Sinaga is believed to have targeted more than 200 victims, 60 of whom remain unidentified, police have said. Sinaga, described as Britain's most prolific rapist, was found guilty in January of luring 48 men to his Manchester flat and filming himself sexually assaulting and raping them. Police now believe Sinyaga committed sexual offenses against 206 men. And Sinyaga, who was a postgraduate student, would wait for men leaving his apartment. And I'll explain the perpetrator background of Sinaga. So he is originally from Indonesia, lived in a rented flat just a few moments walk from the factory 251 nightclub. He continued his postgraduate studies at the University of Manchester. Then he graduated with a master's degree from majoring in urban planning in 2009 and sociology in 2011. And I'll explain about how the perpetration lured the victim. So, Reinhardt is believed to have injected a drug suspected of being gamma hydroxybutyrate, or known as GHB, an anesthetic that attacks the nervous system into his victim's body. After injecting the anesthetic, Reinhardt began a sexual assault of the unconscious man. Other than filming his raps and collecting so-called trophies from them, such as mobile phones, when the victims woke up, many had no memory of what had happened, and he was caught on. And I'll explain the impositions of sanctions. Among the total cases, there were 136 charges of rape, with the victim reportedly being raped multiple times. On 11 December 2020, the United Kingdom Court of Appeals increased their hard sentence to a minimum of 40 years before being able to apply for an acquittal. So that's all about this case, about Raihan case, and it's about international criminal law. And that's all from me. Thank you.